Module 5. Hello everybody in PED 390, it's Dr. Weber. It's 3:18 p.m., 3/20/2020. We're going to talk about Module 5, Nutrition and the COVID-19 updates, and we're going to go ahead and get started now. So we have updated the syllabus and the schedule. If you click on the syllabus, it'll give you the new directions, and the schedule will give you updated schedule of what we're going to be doing. I'm going to go over the syllabus and schedule first, and then we'll talk about the discussion board posting and what you need to kind of focus on in Module 5. So if you check out the new syllabus, everything in red is something that I've changed. So if it's in red, it means it wasn't there before and I've added it, and I've taken some things that were in black out. So class meeting is going to be online. I'm going to have some Zoom meetings that are optional on Thursdays at 9:30. If for some reason that doesn't work for everybody or most people, or if you want a different day and time, you can discuss that in the discussion board, or you can also just email me, okay? They are optional, so you don't have to be there, but I am going to try to post those videos on a YouTube or through Canvas somehow. So I might be using Zoom or 360. Okay, so there will be no more lab days, as you know. Monday through Friday, if you want to talk to me or email me your number, we can talk over the phone through Zoom. And the course description, what has changed is due to COVID-19, we will be implementing an online curriculum. All changes below will be explained in this YouTube video. So that's what we're talking about now, and I'll put that link in there just in case you don't get that link somewhere else. This video can also be found in the Module 5 folder, so you'll see that also pop up. And everyone, so as far as the NCSF CPT course materials, everyone, regardless of purchasing the product above, has access to the online course materials. All class information will be transferred to online learning. In place for lectures, students will have access to and be able to log on to the online curriculum. I will send you a video tutorial of this and how I will send you a video tutorial of how the online system works. I will be able to monitor your progress through the units. So if you go to NCSF, you should have gotten login information. If you haven't, please email me directly. If you haven't accessed it yet, please let me know. So you click on online learning and personal trainer, and you'll have these units. Okay, so you're going to go to nutrition. You're going to click on the first one, go to learning goals, read, watch the video, go over the notes, look at the go through the question and answers, and then the chapter, review the chapter. Okay, so you're going to do that for each segment of nutrition. You're going to go through the goals, video, notes, question and answer, and this is how I'll be able to kind of monitor your progress throughout the course. Okay, so Unit 5 or Module 5, you'll be going through all the nutrition work and weight management work. And so you'll click on all these links and you'll go through all of the course materials. Okay, and I'll be monitoring your progress, and you'll get 5% active learning participation for that. Okay, so if we go back to the syllabus, where do we leave off and what will we be doing moving forward? We left off at Chapter 5, Understanding Nutrition. From that point on, you will be responsible for going through the materials online. This includes PowerPoints, videos, and end-of-module testing. If you are unable to access this information, please email me as soon as possible. I will be also holding Zoom meetings weekly during our normal class time on Thursdays at 9:30 starting on May 26th. These meetings will be optional, and I will upload them to Canvas in case you missed them. I will go over exercises, assessments, and help you prepare for Test 3 and the final exam. I'll also go over Test 2 and some of your homework assignments. It will also be a time for you to ask questions if you have any about the remainder of the schedule and the assignments related to class. I will expect students to have gone over Unit 5 for class on May 26th if you choose to come, so we can discuss it. Okay, so make sure you've gone over maybe the first couple parts of Unit 5. You don't have to go over all of them. There will be new online assignments, and I will go over all future assignments in this video tutorial. Okay. So as far as any changes, methods of presentation, all presentations will be directed via online learning. Okay, so the instructor shadow reflection hours, which were worth 20% of your final grade. What is going to happen if you have received 5 or more hours, if you have received 5 or more hours, you can write up your reflection for the hours you have earned and turn it in on campus for full credit. Okay. If you perform 4 or less hours, you will have to complete an alternate assignment shown below. Okay, so I'm going to show you that in a little bit. The fitness planning assignment, I'm actually breaking down into 3 assignments so that it's more structured and organized, and so it gives you some time apart to focus on each activity. We were going to go over these assignments together in class, but since we are not, it'll be a little bit different. Okay, a little structured differently. Test 3 will be online, and also the final test will also be online. Active class participation, so before you were being graded on your discussion, your active participation in discussions, and then also being in class. So now you're going to be graded on online participation on the NCSF Learning Guide and also discussion boards. So the discussion board postings I'll have weekly for you, and that's just going to get you to engage with the material and with your fellow classmates. So you're going to be graded 5% for each. Okay, and I'm going to go over that in just a little bit here. Okay, so that is worth 5, and this is worth 5. The final exam will be online. That is 25% of your grade plus 15, so 40%. If we go to the alternate assignment, if you have 4 or less field experience hours, you must complete this alternate assignment. What you're going to do is teach the controlled articular rotations morning cars routine and film yourself teaching it. Okay, you can see a Google document of the whole routine here. So if you don't know what the routine is, I have a Google Doc here, and I have a YouTube link here, and another YouTube link here, and then a link of resources. So what you're going to do for this assignment is upload a link of yourself teaching the routine to someone else or performing the routine and teaching it at the same time. So either you're teaching it to yourself or an audience online, or you're teaching it to somebody at your house. Okay. The rubric for this, so the video, it's clear and coherent, can see the entire person, so it's not, just your arm in the video. Presentation, you're enthusiastic and lively, articulated voice with clear understanding of human anatomy and physiology. So, elbow flexion, elbow pronation, knee flexion, external hip rotation. So being able, you don't have to be able to name everything perfectly, but you should be able to use some anatomy and physiology. Instruction, structured, well-paced, and organized, clear start and end points. So, all right, we're going to begin with the neck. Now we're going to go to the shoulder. Now we're going to go to this. We're going to do 12 different exercises, and then we're going to be done. So giving us some organization and structure. And then YouTube link, accessible on public or unlisted. So for this alternate assignment, all you're going to do is upload your link, and I might present those links to a discussion board posting so everyone can kind of give each other feedback. Okay. So the fitness planning assessment is 30%. We're going to break it down into 3 distinct activities. It's changing because of COVID-19. We were going to be going over these in class, but since we're not going over them in class anymore, you'll be going over them mainly by yourself. So the nutrition weight management sheet is due on 4/12. Okay, you should have your current weight, current body fat, goal body fat. If you don't have body fat, you can do BMI instead. If you didn't calculate body fat, you can just do BMI and just kind of Google how to find your BMI. You can also probably find a way to get your resting metabolic rate through the NCSF app. So if you have the login information, download the app, put in your information, and you'll be able to get your resting metabolic rate through the app, or you're going to have to calculate it using page 467. Okay, you're going to find out what your daily caloric expenditure is, which is your RMR times your activity level. So your RMR, if it's 2,000, you're going to multiply that by your activity level, and that's your daily caloric expenditure. That's how many calories you burn per day. Okay, And then you're going to begin calculating how many calories you eat on a day-to-day basis, okay? And then you're going to kind of see, does your daily caloric expenditure line up with what you're eating? Are you gaining or are you maintaining? And so you're going to find out if you're meeting your caloric expenditure needs or if you're under or over. And to lose a pound of fat a week, you have to be under 500 calories below this number, and to gain you need to be 500 calories over this number. So that's just some insight, and we'll talk about this in the Zoom classes, and I'll talk more about this in future online discussions. The needs self-analysis evaluation due 426. So you've done these assessments in class, then you're just going to talk about the issues you have, and then you're going to talk about recommendations to enhance that category of fitness. Okay, so you should go through page 304 and the content surrounding that page and understand what you need to write as far as recommendations go. So it should look similar to the examples in the book. Program creation, due 5.3. So you're going to be going through the book 5.16, and all you're going to be doing is filling in the blanks here. So all you have to do is go to the pages, fill in the blanks. So really just kind of copy and pasting information. And then after you've done that, you're going to have two scenarios, and you're going to give some prescriptive fitness. Okay, so you'll read the scenario, you'll read what they are currently, their present level abilities, and then you're going to defend answers, defend reasons and rationale why they should not be partaking in these activities, and then exercise prescription for a 33-year-old female. Okay, so you'll be going through those scenarios for your last fitness project. That's going to be due on 4/20/5/3. Okay, the program creation is 5/3. Needs self-analysis is due 4/26. Okay, now if we go underneath that, attendance is optional and Canvas will guide you through the assignments. Zoom meetings are also optional but are encouraged in order to stay up to date in class and in the course content. Okay, so for our remaining schedule, we'll go over that next. Okay, so we're done with those 10 weeks. We're in our 11th week, 323 to 329. You have Unit 5 Nutrition, and you have an optional Zoom class at 9:30. I'll send you the link to that class in an email. Okay, catching up, we'll talk about what's going on, ask you some questions, and then we'll talk about Test 2. Okay, after Test 2, I'll talk about the discussion board posting that will be due on 3/29, and then the following week we'll have an optional Zoom class, a discussion board posting. The following week we'll do the same thing. Your nutrition assignment will be due, and then you'll have an open test from 4/13 to 4/19 on the week of 4/13 to 4/19. It'll be Test 3 will be online. It'll be Units 5 and 6. Okay, or modules 5 and 6, whatever you want to call them. Unit 7, program considerations, optional Zoom class at 9:30 on that Thursday. I'll be sending a link for that as well. Needs analysis is due 4/26. Okay, Unit 8, special populations, and then a Zoom meeting, optional meeting that week as well. Program creation due 5/3, and then your final exam will be open from 5/5 to 5/8. Your field experience or alternate assignment is due on 5/5. Okay, so that is the order of the operations for the rest of the semester. We have 11, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 more weeks of class, and this is what we have to offer you for the online portion of lecture. Again, I'll be holding some Zoom lectures as well. If you go into the module, I'll also be posting the PowerPoints for the modules, okay? But remember that most of your e-learning will be happening through these online resources here that you have. So you'll go through nutrition before our Zoom meeting if you plan on going, make sure that you go over this video on food, energy, and carbohydrate requirements, and then also go over fat and protein requirements, because I will probably talk about carbs, fats, and proteins in this next Zoom. And then I'll probably talk about vitamins and minerals, understanding food labels, and dietary supplements in the following Zoom meeting. So I'll still be teaching you and lecturing you, but you are also going to be required to look at the materials that were provided for you on NCSF's online e-learning module course. And then I'll begin adding Module 6 materials like PowerPoints in the next week, okay? And as far as your dates for everything, they're all already out there for you. You'll get an online participation grade at the end of the Unit 8 or Module 8. You'll have your final exam on the 8th, shadow hours on the 3rd, and you'll have program creation is due the 3rd as well, okay? Final exam, yeah, that'll be open from May 5th to May 8th, okay? Needs analysis, 26th, and then I'll probably have to add those discussion board postings to the modules and as we go through, so not all of them are on that yet. So if you click on the schedule, it'll just give you the schedule, okay? It'll tell you exactly what we'll be doing online. Alright, I'll be emailing you the Zoom times and meetings. Those are those could change, okay, so they're not set in stone, and I'll give you at least a couple days heads up if they do change. You'll be completing COVID-19 discussion board posting here, okay, by March 29th, and this is basically me messaging everyone, talking about you know, some of the new expectations. And then the topic for this discussion board posting is COVID-19. How has it affected you and your family? What will you miss the most about class or lab? What will you miss the most about face-to-face college in general? How will personal trainers have to adapt to this crisis? That's your opinion. What are some feelings you are going through? Who do you have to depend on the most? Finally, what are some questions you have for Dr. Weber? And then these are some questions I have for you. Do you feel the course load is manageable for the spring term? Or do you think it's too much? I'd like your opinion. Students, do you want access to student slides for taking notes? I did take them off since we won't be printing things off and taking notes in class, so I figured we wouldn't be using them, but if you want me to put them back up, I can. And then students, do you want more podcasts? So do you want me to also create podcasts for class, or do you think having the e-learning modules will be sufficient? Now remember, this is going to teach you directly from NCSF, so they're going to have obviously a better vantage point than I do in teaching the materials, but I will be also giving you lecture in the Zoom meetings on those subjects. Okay, so let me know what you'd like. Answer these questions. This will be your first discussion board post worth 1 point, since we are now working all online. Alright, so I've gone over the syllabus, I've gone over the schedule. If there's any changes or anything else that comes up, I will let you all know. And until then, I really hope everyone's doing well. And if you have any questions, just email me. And really hoping everyone's safe and sound. This is the rest of your work here. If you click on assignments, you'll see all the assignments that you'll have, okay? And then when you click on modules, you'll go right to your home page, scroll all the way down, and you're going to start here, okay? So we'll be talking about carbs, proteins, and fats, and that will be on the 26th at 9:30 a.m. So hopefully we'll see you there. I'll probably put a link out here and email you. Alright, everyone have a great day. Thanks.